Pour 3 egg yolks over the garlic, and you'll create a delicious dish. Transfer the contents of the plate to a bowl. Next, add 2 whole eggs. Blend all these ingredients with a hand blender until smooth. Then, add 1 teaspoon of salt. The next ingredient is 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Add finely chopped parsley to the mixture as well, which will give it a delightful aroma. Next, mix in 150 grams of natural yogurt, stirring thoroughly throughout. The final ingredient is flour. Gradually add the flour, mixing until the dough becomes elastic and easy to work with. Transfer the dough to a floured surface and knead it until you achieve a smooth consistency. Then roll out the dough into a circular shape and cut it into triangles resembling pizza slices. Heat oil in a pan and fry the garlic triangles. Fry them for about 3 minutes on each side until they are golden and crispy. Once done, remove them from the pan and place them on another dish. Serve these tasty, savory snacks with fresh herbs and yogurt on the side. The combination of garlic, parsley, and the crispy texture will leave a lasting impression. This dish is perfect for a party or when hosting guests. Pour tomato sauce over instant noodle pasta. In this recipe, you will use it in an entirely new way. Start by placing 2 blocks of instant noodles into a dish. Add approximately 200 milliliters of tomato sauce or passata over them. Next, you will need about 120 grams of ham. Choose your preferred type. Cut it into small pieces and spread them over the noodles. Lay 8 slices of yellow cheese on top. Cover everything with 2 more blocks of instant noodles. Pour 400 milliliters of broth over the dish to let everything soak. In a separate bowl, mix 130 grams of 18% cream with 200 milliliters of tomato sauce. Combine thoroughly and pour the mixture over the noodles. Take 200 grams of grated mozzarella and sprinkle it on top to create a gooey, cheesy layer for the casserole. Place the dish in an oven preheated to 160 degrees Celsius and bake for 35 to 40 minutes until the cheese turns golden and bubbly. Your instant noodle casserole is ready. This cheesy bake with a hint of tomato not only tastes delicious, but also looks fantastic on the table. It is a quick and budget-friendly option for lunch or dinner. Discover chicken cutlets in a whole new way with just 1 ingredient. This simple dish will turn into a refined combination. Take chicken breast meat and slice it, but make sure not to cut all the way through. Then, tenderize it with a meat mallet. Season the tenderized meat with salt, garlic, and pepper. Now, here comes the unexpected ingredient: cheese, specifically camembert. It's perfect for meat dishes as it adds an intense, creamy flavor and a unique texture. Place pieces of cheese into the meat and sprinkle with thyme. Prepare 2 bowls. In one, crack eggs and beat them. In the other, mix breadcrumbs with sesame seeds. This will be the perfect coating. Dip the chicken breast into the egg, then coat it in the breadcrumb mixture. Heat a pan and place the meat with cheese inside. Fry on medium heat until evenly browned. Remove from the pan. Serve the meat while it's still warm. The cheese inside becomes stretchy and velvety when heated, perfectly complementing the meat and creating a creamy layer. That's why the dish tastes best when served warm. It's a satisfying and easy-to-make dish. Pour hot water over the instant noodle bricks. In this recipe, you'll use them in a completely different way. Start by placing 4 instant noodle bricks into a bowl. Cover them with boiling water and let them soak under a lid until they soften. Meanwhile, take 1 chicken breast and cut it into smaller pieces, preferably cubes. Place the chicken in a glass bowl and season it with spices of your choice. Mix everything thoroughly. Heat some clarified butter in a pan. Add the diced chicken and cook until done. In a separate bowl, prepare the sauce. Mix equal parts of plain yogurt and mayonnaise. Finally, add 1 teaspoon of mustard to the sauce and stir well. Once the noodles are ready, transfer them to a large mixing bowl. You can crumble or cut them into smaller pieces to make them easier to eat. Add the cooked chicken, canned corn, diced red bell pepper, pickled cucumbers, and a bit of chopped red onion. Pour the sauce over everything and mix thoroughly, season with salt and pepper to taste. Your instant noodle salad is ready. It's the perfect dish for a party, but also great for any occasion. Enjoy it with friends. Fry a chicken in water, and you won't fry it any other way ever. The trick with water will make it crispy and juicy. It's hard to believe, but if you put chicken directly into oil, it often turns dry and rubbery. And on top of that, while frying, you have everything around the pot or pan splashed with grease. There's a better way to fry it. Use some water, and you won't have any more mess. You will see how it makes the crispiest chicken ever, thanks to a bit of water. Yes, just plain water. Get 1 kilo of chicken wings. Cut off the tips. We will use the wings drumsticks only. Prepare your favorite seasonings for the chicken that you like, such as salt, bell pepper, paprika, turmeric, or curry. Add them to the chicken and mix. Sprinkle the lime over the meat with the spices. In another bowl, scoop 1 cup of corn flour. Add half a cup of plain flour to it. Put a pinch of salt, and mix the ingredients. Set the bowl and a dish of water by the pan. Take a piece of chicken, coat it in flour, thoroughly the whole piece, then dip it briefly in the water. Wait until it drips and put it right into the heated oil. Let's do it again. I will show you this with another piece. It must be thoroughly coated in flour, then dip it very briefly in water. And when it no longer drips water, put it on the heated fat. You will be surprised. The fat will not splash if you do it correctly. See, I hold my hand over the pan and nothing splashes. After a while, the chicken is fried. It looks extremely appetizing, tasty. It is extremely crispy and very juicy. Try this recipe the next time you want to fry chicken drumsticks or wings. You certainly won't regret it. Delicious chicken fillets in soy sauce. My family asks for them every day, and everyone who tries them asks for more. You need 4 chicken fillets. Cut them diagonally, all the same way, only on one side. Cut 2 red onions in half and chop them. Slice 2 larger tomatoes. Pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil and half a cup of soy sauce into a large dish. Add a pinch of salt, a bit of pepper, oregano, and basil to taste. Remember that soy sauce is already salty, so you don't need too much salt. Add a tablespoon of brown sugar and squeeze 2 cloves of garlic through a press. You can add more garlic if you like. Marinate the chicken breasts in the mixture. Soak them on each side. Wrap in foil and let it sit for half an hour. Sprinkle onions on the bottom of a baking dish. Arrange tomato slices on top. Place the chicken fillets on them, arrange them side by side, pour the remaining marinade over them. Put it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for 30 minutes. After this time, take it out and sprinkle the top with grated yellow cheese. Put it back in the oven, bake until the cheese melts and browns. You can serve the finished dish to guests. It looks amazing and tastes excellent. You can place a single fillet on a plate and savor its original taste. Everyone is surprised by this simple dish and asks for the recipe.